Former President Bill Clinton backtracking a bit this week, and this time even apologizing for something that he said that seemed a little out of sync with the message coming from the Obama campaign. Mr. Clinton suggesting that the Bush tax cuts should be extended for everyone. That's something that the president has opposed, and now he says that he regrets those comments and was misinformed. Take a listen.
I'm very sorry about what happened yesterday. It was what I thought something had to be done on the fiscal cliff before the election. Apparently nothing has to be done until the first of the year. So I think he should just stick with his position and then negotiate with the Republicans when possible.
So is Bill Clinton a political legend, a little bit rusty on the campaign circuit? Joining us now for a fair and balanced debate, Ford O'Connell is chairman of Civic Forum PAC and a former presidential campaign advisor. Ryan Clayton has served as a Democratic campaign consultant, and he's the founder of the blog 100 Proof Politics. Gentlemen, thanks for coming in. Ryan, you first. Did President Clinton misspeak, or was he just telling the truth?
Well, I think Bill Clinton needs a reminder of what team he's on. As much as I love Bill Clinton, you know, he's on the side of the Democratic Party and the American middle class. He's not on Team Wall Street and on the side of Mitt Romney. And if he only has good things to say about the people that crashed our economy, like Wall Street and Mitt Romney, then I think it's probably best that he just not say anything at all.
What Ryan's referring to are comments from the president, not just about the tax cuts being extended for everyone, including the upper 2% wage earners that the president's opposed to, but also comments that former President Clinton has made about Mitt Romney's days as a financier, saying that it was good work that he did at Bain Capital. What do you think's going on here?
Well, I think that former President Bill Clinton is certainly not rusty, and these are not Joe Biden-esque gaffes. He was just being brutally honest and telling, folks that, this is going to be a very tight election, and President Obama needs to pay attention, because the fact that President Obama wants Bill Clinton to sort of backtrack shows that they're desperate. They don't have a jobs plan. They don't have a deficit reduction plan, and all they really want to do is play class warfare, and Bill Clinton is telling President Obama, if you keep doing this, you're going to lose, and if he doesn't heed his words, guess what? We're going to have a new president in 2012.
Ryan, I wonder if the former president, doesn't have something else in mind here. I mean, this is a guy who was famous for moving to the center. It probably helped him to win a second term. Do you think, even as he admits that maybe he misspoke or made a mistake or was misinformed, that in his heart he really would like to see President Obama move to the middle on tax cuts, move to the middle on the Keystone Pipeline project, maybe win over some of those independent voters who are not backing him right now?
Well, look, this isn't a left or right problem about tax cuts. This is a right or wrong problem. And if we're going to keep giving tax giveaways to the top 1% or 2% of the world's wealthiest individuals, then we're going to starve the government of revenue, and we're going to make a bad economy even worse. What we need to do is get people back to work. Americans need jobs, and businesses need people with money in their pockets ready to spend it. There is no trickle-down solution to this problem. We need a demand-side solution. Our economy is based on a balance of supply and demand, and right now there's just no demand in the economy. Americans need jobs, and all politicians would be wise to take a look in the mirror and realize that that's their job, is to put Americans back to work.
Ryan, you, like President Obama, have no understanding about how the economy works. If you do not extend the Bush tax cuts for everyone, particularly that 2%, you're going to kill small business. And the reason is that a lot of small business owners file their business income as individual returns. So if you want to keep killing small business, destroying America, go right ahead, my friend. Guess what? You're going to be out of office.
Do you think that Bill Clinton knows that, and maybe is that what he was trying to do, was to sort of nudge President Obama?
I do. I think that Bill Clinton is trying to help President Obama by nudging him in the right direction, because President Obama is hurting himself with independents and the white working class and some Democratic donors. And that's precisely who Bill Clinton is trying to help President Obama with, and he doesn't seem to want to listen. And if he continues not listening to Bill Clinton, that's great for me, because my guys know that Bill Clinton is a very powerful weapon for President Obama.
Well, I'd like to agree with Ford. I'd actually like to agree with Ford and say that, small businesses are integral to this economy. 60% of American jobs are created by small businesses, but they have to compete with these corporations that pay $0 in taxes in many cases. And you just can't compete when there's not a level playing field. And that's what the kind of business that Mitt Romney supports. Mitt Romney made his millions shipping jobs overseas and shutting down factories. Excuse me, he made millions shutting down factories and shipping jobs overseas and venture capitalist style financial gambling. That doesn't bring any value into the economy. It doesn't help create jobs.
The bottom line, I think Ryan and I can agree on this. If we can close some of the loopholes and bring certainty of the tax code, businesses in America will thrive again. And I think that Mitt Romney right now is making a better case than President Obama.
All right, Ryan,
we're going to find out in November.
Ryan, here's another point I think we could all agree on, and that is that this has been a lousy week for the president. It's been a lousy couple of weeks, actually, starting with the jobs numbers. You got the thing with the dueling presidents. You've got the fact that Mitt Romney and Republicans are fundraising the Democrats right now. Is this just a little blip, or is this sort of the beginnings of a much larger problem for the president's reelection campaign?
I think President Obama's got this election in the bag as soon as Mitt Romney was the nominee for the Republican Party. And the reason for that is that Mitt Romney has real problems. His state ranked 47th in job creation when he was governor of Massachusetts. And frankly, he test marketed Obamacare when he was governor of that state. So I just don't think the Tea Party is going to forgive him for that. I don't see him having a solid base in this election. President Obama's got a very solid base that he is galvanizing right now to support him in this election. And most people agree with what President Obama has been doing over the last few years, putting Americans back to work, restoring sanity to Wall Street, and making sure that every American can get health care. I think that's a winning recipe, and I think we're going to see the president reelected in 2012.
Ford, I'll give you the last word here. Does the president have this in the bag?
The president is panicking right now, and he's looking at anything possible. He's trying to get Michelle Obama out on the campaign trail to sort of fix his star to hers. He is really worried, and he knows that Mitt Romney could very well win this election. And if Mitt Romney can, put forth a better message on the economy and jobs, he's going to win, because right now Americans are only concerned about two things: being able to eat and having a job, and that's where we are right now.
Ford O'Connell, Ryan Clayton, gentlemen, nice debate. Thanks very much. Good to see you.
Thank you, Rick.
For having us.
Okay.